This is a book about China's digital Silk Road. It's the story of what's at stake, both commercially and strategically. This is the story of China's quest to wire the world and win the future. The digital Silk Road is basically the technology dimension of China's Belt and Road Initiative. And the Belt and Road Initiative, or the BRI for short, it's Xi Jinping's signature foreign policy vision. And so the digital Silk Road includes a whole bunch of digital activities, everything from wireless networks to subsea cables to satellites to smart cities. And what all those things have in common is they're really the infrastructure of tomorrow. All those activities are often around us, but not very visible. I began this book by asking, how did we get here? There was this new level of concern, particularly in Washington, about China's emergence as a leader in 5G, but that obviously didn't happen overnight, and so there's a longer story there. A few major takeaways from this book are, number one, technology is a tool. It's neither inherently good nor evil. There was really a lot of, I think, over-optimism about the potential for communications technologies to expand freedom and liberty. And I think in some ways the pendulum has actually now swung too far in the opposite direction. And that's why it's really important to look at who's using these tools, what are their goals, and what are their capabilities. Another big takeaway is that in order to compete, you need to offer affordable alternatives. This is something that China does very well. When you look at the world, it's quite remarkable. More than half of humanity still lacks access to reliable, affordable internet. And so you have this massive opportunity here to try to close the digital divide and to benefit in doing so commercially as well as strategically. A third really, I think, key takeaway related to that second one is that the United States needs to care about the developing world. It can band together with other wealthy democracies as it's trying to do, but it really does need to build bridges with the developing world. It needs to think about what their needs are, and it needs to offer those affordable alternatives. Allied cooperation will be essential to compete. The United States cannot do this alone, and so it needs allies both to share resources, economically, diplomatically. And those relationships are strong, they're getting stronger, but there are still some real frictions as well. And so managing them, managing expectations, and trying to do that outreach to the developing world is really important. To read more, visit us at csis.org.